starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Springboard for Summit webinar tonight. We're just going to give it a couple of minutes for people to join. It's currently 1 minute to 8 UK time. We'll wait until about 1 or 2 minutes afterwards. But while we are waiting, I'd just like to take this opportunity to say hello to a few people that I see have already joined us. Boston, it's lovely to have you on today. Hopefully the weather is good where you are and you are enjoying. Jana Lindland, nice to have you on. Jackie Baker. Rachel Dobson, Peter Ragg, great to see you guys. Martin Eng, welcome. Linda Swan, Lynn Davis, great to see you. Marjorie, it's lovely to have you on the line today. Louisa, Liz, Kerry. Wow, we have lots of people from many, many different countries joining us. It's absolutely brilliant to see. Alea, great to have you on. And Gwyneth, lovely to see you. It's good to see you enjoying the summer, Boston. Thank you very much. And no problem organizing, just get your team to join in. We're here all week, as they say, Monday to Thursday. We have different guest speakers every day. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Stephen, Stain, lovely to have you both on. Sarah. So as I say, I'll give it 1 more minute. We've got lots of people joining in all the time, which is absolutely fabulous. Right. So it's 2 minutes past 8. So I think we will start today's webinar. So firstly, I'd just like to say hello and welcome to everyone to this Springboard to Summit webinar. I'd like to particularly welcome all of our guests from across Europe who are joining us today. So if you've ever seen the Eurovision Song Contest, I would just like to take this opportunity to say Terevet Tuola, Bienvenue, Willkommen, Welkomin, Falchar, Benvenuto, Vitame, Zlechlachni, Dobrodošli, Bienvenido, Welkomin, and welcome to everyone. That is the extent of the foreign language you're liable to hear today. So tonight we're going to delve into some of the excitement around the next Synergy Summit. It's being held in the magical city of Torino this October, between October 4th to October 6th. And we'll spend the next 30 minutes talking about why it's important for your Synergy business to attend the annual summits and some of the things you can expect when you get there. I'm so happy tonight that we're joined by 3 very special people who share their thoughts about the summits. But before I jump in and introduce them, I want to share with you why the summits are so important to me. My wife Kim joined Synergy in 2011, and one of the first things she did was attend a Synergy summit. At the time, I wasn't that interested. I felt I had a good job, I was earning a nice money, and whilst I was happy to support her, I wasn't too interested in going to the Synergy Summit myself. So she went to her first summit without me. I have to say, I vividly remember she rang me from next to the pool in Las Vegas, where the summit was being held, telling me she was just had some business meetings. And I have to say, this was the start of some very annoying phone calls from various places around the world in lovely locations, usually by a pool or a beach or a nice hotel reception, telling me all about these great business ideas she was discussing and these fabulous people that she was meeting with. So when I joined the business, I began to see these meetings were in fact similar to the ones I was having in my day job, business strategy meetings. The only difference was the location, the food, the friends, the atmosphere, and in fact, they were nothing like my day job. So I decided at one of these events to work towards making my day job a used to be thing. And emotion and enthusiasm are vital parts of building any business, but it also needs to be backed up by growth. And I can tell you, this is where summits can really boost your business. Kim and I keep track of all of the metrics in our business. And this weekend, I did some reports. I looked back at the last 4 years worth of income per month. I mapped our revenue to the dates of the summits. And I can tell you that after every summit, our business grew by at least 20%. Summits build people's vision, their desire, their commitment, and ultimately their business, all in a positive environment surrounded by like minded people. And talking of like minded people, I have the great pleasure today to be joined by three very special people I'd like to introduce to you. Helen Prosper, who is a team leader in Synergy in the UK, Bart Woodcook, our Diamond Presidential Executive, and Rob Lord, our fantastic General Manager for the UK, Ireland, and Northern Europe. So let me start first with you, Helen. How have you found that summits have helped your business?
Hi, Simon. Enormously. I echo all you say. And for me, I've kind of put it into three reasons why they really help. So from the head intellect level, if you've not been to one, I think it's really important to know why you've joined a company, to know that you can align yourself with their ethics, their integrity, and their mission. And for me, the only person that can really put that across in the best possible way is the founder. And it's at this convention that you get to hear Dan Higginson tell you why he does what he does. And for me, that's vitally important to check out in any company, what the founder is all about. So that's the first reason. The second reason is more from the head to the heart level. And it's about finding your tribe. It's a human natural thing to want to find our tribe. And the Synergy tribe are a tribe really well worth knowing. In network marketing, you can't be successful on your own. And so it's really important, if you want to make a global business happen, and we've got a global opportunity, that you go out and make connections with people and feel that you can actually get on with them and that you're all working together for the same purpose. And it's something much, much bigger than just you are. But if we all do it and we align ourselves as a tribe, then we can make a huge global difference to people. And you make friends for life at conventions like this. And then finally, the third reason is on a much more sort of cellular, almost sort of soul level, gut level, where beliefs change and paradigm shifts happen. For me, I had my first paradigm shift at the very first convention I went to, which was in Korea, where I went from who am I to tell people about this to who am I not to tell people about this. And I think the bigger the convention, the bigger the paradigm shifts that happen. And you just can't get those three things, I don't think, anywhere else but at the big conventions. So to all those that have never been to one, may I say, it's worth it to meet your founder, it's worth it to meet your tribe, and it's worth it to change your core beliefs at a very cellular level, and then you can really push on and build your business. So
That is absolutely amazing, Helen. I could not have put it better myself. That is so powerful, especially when you talk about getting that belief to say, why shouldn't I tell people about this? Because the message is so unbelievably powerful. But when you go to the summits beforehand, you're like, you may consider yourself new in the business. You're not sure how to talk to people. You look at the summits and you really understand the power of the message, and you go back home with such a positive mental attitude to be able to share the business and ultimately grow your own business.
Absolutely. And it's not the content, it's what actually happens within it. Your content you can get secondhand, but you can't get the actual feel and belief secondhand like you can as if you go.
Absolutely. Thank you very much indeed, Helen.
You're welcome.
I'd like to go on to Bart. Bart, you're now an honorary European. You're living in Spain. Tell me why you love the European events so much, and how it's helped your business, and why it's so important for Europe to come together at these events.
Well, thanks, Simon, for having me on. Thanks for your and Kim's leadership here and doing everything you guys do behind the scenes. It's absolutely amazing. I got excited when I first did my event. The first event 14 years ago was Synergy with the Japanese market, and I saw that there was no limits. And it's brought me 14 years today. And probably the most exciting thing I find at the European Summit is, personally, I'm so excited to see people walk across that stage. I know how hard so many people have worked to achieve their next pen level. And I just couldn't be so proud. I just, sometimes it gets me really emotional to see so many people going through achieving great things. We all have different life struggles, and to have these folks walk across stage, get that next pen level, to work hard. The other thing, what excites me about, to me, it's like a second family. I go there and it just recharges me to see so many people I care about. And my biggest problem at an event is just I don't get to spend enough time with so many people, because we're growing at such a rate that we really can't spend the time when you want it with each person. But it's frustrating. But it's so exciting to go what's happening here, Simon. And I think the most important thing that people are going to take from this year's event is, we're getting serious in Europe. It's whatever you want in your life, whatever you can dream. There's no limitation. And so that's going to be, for me, if everybody can just notice that at the event, people are growing. People are, as a company in Europe, especially, we're coming together. Carmela's done a great job with, and so has Rob, with kind of keeping everything together in Europe. We now have our own IT. We're getting our own office in Barcelona. We're getting organized very quickly. And, we've already passed the American market, and watch out the Asian market. I mean, there's a chance in the next probably 2 to 5 years that when we come together at this event, we have a chance to pass someday the Koreans and most Asia. So I'm excited to be in Italy this year, but there's so many things from my view that I'm really excited about. But it's just, I think it's important to see. The main thing is, number one, if I could say one thing, it would be, there's no limit here in Synergy. Whatever your dreams are, go for it, because there's a solid company behind you. There's products that are the cleanest food on the planet. That's the next movement we're doing. And we're ahead of everybody with our compensation plan to our products. And I'm so excited to be there the next couple of months here, Simon.
That's fantastic, Bart. I'd like to touch on a point that you made there that I think is really important for the European market, and that's in the last sort of 3 to 6 months, we've really seen the teams within Europe coming together, sharing best practice and best ideas. Why do you think it's so important that summits can play a role here of bringing the different teams, and what do the different teams learn when they talk to people from other European markets?
Well, and each country is a little bit different culture, and we all do things a little differently, I noticed as I'm traveling around Europe. But I think with the summit, it really kind of pulls everybody together to one way of thinking a lot better. It really gets everybody in the right direction. In fact, it's crucial for anybody's business, Simon. I think that, every time I'm there, I always think to myself, if I just had 20 more people here, or if I just had so-and-so here, they would love this, And so I think we need to know it's going to be awesome. And so we just need to grab as many people as we can, get them at Summit, know that they're going to get excited. And the thing is, Simon, my horrible thing is I have horrible communication skills sometimes. I can't explain how exciting this is going to be to somebody. So it's just a lot easier to go, hey, let me give you a ticket, let me drag you here, because it's just watch, look what I'm looking at. This is amazing, because it's so overwhelming what we have in Synergy Worldwide, is sometimes we just can't explain how positive it really is, and people just have to feel it for themselves. And so I encourage everybody just to take advantage of this opportunity and get as many people as you can at the summit as possible.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good point. And I think going back to Helen's original point about the fact that, you see this much bigger picture, and the fact that there are all of these people represented from the 15 different European markets that Synergy is opening. It also gives an opportunity for people to think bigger, to think more globally, because a lot of people, when they start Synergy, they think, well, so who are the friends I've got in the local area? And then after a while, they start to think, okay, well, maybe I know someone a couple of 100 miles away that I could talk to. But actually, with Synergy being such a global opportunity, I think one of the things about these summits is you can go and you can think, do you know what? Actually, I know some Italians, and you know that because the market is open there, you can bring them to summits, and they can see that it isn't just a UK thing or a German thing or an Austrian thing. They see the bigger picture, which for someone like you, Bart, you've got businesses in lots of these different European countries.
No, that's true, Simon. That's a great point. And, the world is getting smaller with communication. So I think we just need to think globally. I think you're 100% right. That's the future anyway. So many people in these small countries think, do they just think the town next to them, or we got to think it's just as easy to bring in somebody worldwide, part of our team here. So again, there's no limits. And the other thing is, I think I really want people to know that, there's a lot of money to be made in Synergy worldwide. But our products are so good, people focus on that a lot too, and that's important, and that's great. And our products are number one, but there is no limits to the income you could make. And if you're going to travel the world and have groups all over the world, you need to make a large income to be able to support those teams. So it's a good balance.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much indeed, Bart. I may come back to you in a few minutes, but I want to give the stage over to Rob Lord, our general manager. Rob, from Synergy's point of view, can you tell us why events are so important? And I promise not to tell anyone else. Can you maybe give us a sneak preview of something we can expect in Torino in October?
Okay. Can everyone hear me? Is that okay? I think I was.
Yeah, that's fine, Rob.
Okay, great. I was muted for a second. Yeah, let me think about what I can say without giving too much away. But just to address your first point, Simon, and the trouble with going last, as it were, that Helen and Bart said some fantastic things and pretty much said most of what I would say. But in terms of from a company perspective, the very first time I met with Greg Probert a couple of years ago, who's our CEO of Nature, Sunshine and Synergy, for those that don't know, he pretty much said that people will build a network marketing business and will build a Synergy business because of three things: the products, the compensation plan, and the community, that sense of belonging that Bart and Helen obviously have touched upon. And we know that we've got fantastic products. We know we've got a market-leading compensation plan. But from the company's point of view, we want to bring everyone together from across Europe, as many people as we can, to really reinforce that community. And we have pockets of communities all over, whether it's the UK, whether it's Slovenia, Austria, Scandinavia, wherever it may be. We've got fantastic people in fantastic teams in these little communities, some bigger than others. But when we bring everyone together, that really is the Synergy family, the Synergy community. And there's two different types of people: those who are going for the first time and those who have been to a summit before. But you never have, and to this day, I'm pretty sure it won't happen, I haven't heard anyone say, yeah, I went to the summit, it was good, but I probably could have done without it. I probably didn't need it to build my business. No one's ever said that. And no one's ever said, well, I've been to a summit before, and I've been to 2 or 3 now. I'm probably done. I probably don't need to go to any more because I've been to 2 or 3. Because it's that collective community, that energy that you feel. Everyone needs to refuel. I mean, if you had a summit every 2 months, I mean, everyone would literally be on fire. But it's the same for us as well as corporate employees, whether it's myself, Carmelo, our marketing staff, our customer service staff. We get re-energized and refueled because the excitement of Synergy just multiplies massively. From all these different markets, everyone comes together. And I suppose the sum is greater than the individual parts. And that's part of our role, is to create that for you as team members, so that you feel more committed, more passion, more of a desire to go out and achieve your goals. And if you go away from a summit and you want to do those things, then we've done our part. In terms of this summit, well, the theme is Elevate, and we chose that because we want to elevate synergy in Europe, as Bart quite rightly said, with the new office now and the new staff that we continue to employ, with the call centre. We are elevating Synergy Europe, but it's not so that Synergy looks great. Oh, isn't it great? We've got a company that's expanding. Well, that's not the reason. We want to elevate your individual businesses so that we can elevate people through the pin titles. We can elevate people in the financial success that they're achieving. We can elevate people through the elite health. And that's why we have this theme in Torino of 2 years ago, we launched Elite Health with Purify, Fortify, and Protect. And we're going to elevate that elite health in Torino. We're going to take what we've got and move it even further forward so that it's even more clearer and simple and duplicatable to take someone through our product range of Purify, Fortify, Protect. And along with that, to give you more marketing tools, whether it be videos, whether it be literature, whether it's a rebrand. I suppose it's very much a marketing-led summit, because we know what we've got is fantastic. We've got this fantastic story. We just know that we can do a better job of telling it. That's all it is. The story doesn't need to change. It doesn't need tweaking. It's the best story on the planet. We just need more storytellers and an easier and more simple way to tell it. And that's what this summit will give you guys.
That's excellent. Thank you very much indeed, Rob. Just before I close the call, we've got a couple of minutes. So I'd like to go back to Helen, if I may. Helen, you spoke really eloquently about the things that you found in Korea and how it helped to build your business. Is there anything specific that you're looking forward to in Torino?
Gosh, first of all, it's re-meeting with everybody. That is, you know, it is one of the biggest things, is to go and re-meet people. And secondly, yeah, it is to, every time you go, you learn a different way of explaining things and you get clearer on that. So for me as well, it's, you know, like Rob said, you can go, or Bart, you can go to all the meetings and they're all worth it because your level of hearing what needs to be said goes up. So for me, it's just sort of elevating my level of being able to communicate even better about the products and become that better storyteller.
That's
so yeah,
great.
it's hearing things from a different perspective.
Oh, fabulous. And if I've still got you, Bart, on the line, if someone was not quite sure about whether they can get to the summit, you know, they might be new in the business and they're not sure about the expenditure or about the time, what would you say to them in terms of how important that summits are to building that business as a takeoff point?
I would really focus back on what they want to accomplish in their life and show them that with Synergy Worldwide, you could have everything you want. And then I would go, what's more, you know, this is the most important, one of the most important steps of your life for your family and your future here. So definitely do whatever you can to get there because it's crucial for your future business and Synergy Worldwide. And I take it very serious and I try to relay that best I can, Simon.
Excellent. Thank you very, very much indeed. Well, I think that's everyone on the webinar today will agree that is some really great information that all three of you have given us tonight. I'd really like to thank you on behalf of all the people attending the Springboard to Summit webinars for your time. Before we close, I would urge you to make sure that you are in Torino for the European Summit. It's on between October the 4th to October the 6th. More information and registration details about the event can be found on the Synergy blog for your specific country. It can also be found in your Pulse back office. And also the webinar today, if you look in the chat window, the first posting you'll see is the link to where you can find out more information and register for the event. For existing team members, the cost of registration is currently €129. And for people who have just joined our Synergy family after July 1st, you can get a special rate of just €99. The registration itself is open until August the 31st, so make sure you go online and get your tickets. And I would also like to end by saying that tomorrow's Springboard for Summit webinar will be hosted by the fabulous John Burgess, and among his guests will be Presidential Executive Rudy Pedrosa. Those people that have met Rudy know he's very, very focused around the business. He's an absolutely excellent speaker, and he will tell you about what he finds really valuable about these summits. And we are very lucky to be joined by the Vice President and Head of Europe for Synergy Worldwide, Carmelo Danzi. He will come on and tell us a bit more about Synergy's organization for the summit, and maybe John can get him to cough up another little nugget about what the focus of the summit would be on. But to end, I'd just like to thank everyone today for listening in, and I look forward to seeing you all in Torino.
Thank you, Simon.
Thank you. Yep, see you there. Exciting.